Hi, my name is Sandy Garden. I'm the owner and French tutor behind Spot in BC, Canada. I wanted to talk to you today about this question that keeps coming back from parents. Why is my child reading words that are not written? Why is this happening? And the answer is very interesting. So I hope you'll enjoy this. Here's the story. Lilou et papa font la cuisine aujourd'hui. Papa lit la recette avec attention. Il faut mettre une tasse de sucre, dit-il à voix haute. Mais papa, dit Lilou, c'est beaucoup trop. On n'en a pas assez. Papa rit. Je pense que l'on a bien une tasse de sucre, mais va voir ce qu'il nous reste dans le placard. Le sucre est sur la farine. This story, which I wrote, and then, it's not a bestseller, has a few words that I'm interested in. Voir is one of those words actually not a whole lot of kids know. And they will most likely read it as voiture. Mais va voiture, ce qui nous reste dans le placard. And sur here is most likely going to be read as sucre. Because again, it's one of those words they know more, and in context, after reading sucre three times actually, they will most likely read sur as sucre. So why is this happening? The answer is probably whole language. Whole language, which is called méthode globale in French, is a methodology that was mostly used in the 90s. And you'd think in 2022 that's not going to be an issue. If only. Now we prefer structured literacy and the teaching of phonics, which is called méthode syllabique in French. For those who remember the big debate there was in the 2000s. And whole language has been technically discredited, but it's still around. I can tell you that from experience. So let's look at what it looks like. Here's a shorter story. We have a really cool picture that comes with it. A car climbing a mountain. La voiture monte sur la montagne. Now, voiture and montagne are two difficult words, and chances are the child who's a bit hesitant will a bit hiccup when they read the word, as I call it. They'll say voix. And a teacher that tries to help a student achieve the reading will draw their attention to the picture and say, look, what you see here. Oh, voiture. So, la voiture monte sur la. Say, monsieur, montagne, look at the picture, montagne. So, it's accurate reading here. That shouldn't be a problem, right? But what if the child, looking at the picture, guessed la voiture montagne? It's not horribly wrong, but it's not reading what's written. So how do we handle errors in whole language? So a teacher would draw the attention to the size of the sentence and the weight of a word against another one. The child read montagne instead of mont because they recognize the mountain in the picture. So the teacher would draw the attention on mont and montagne being a different weight on the page. And as you can see, they would box it and show that montagne is a longer word. It's got a bump going up, the T, and a bump going down, the G, which mont doesn't have. And sometimes, if you look at the end of the year in the reading workbook your child brings back from school, you might notice the reverse. Instructions with a list of words, boxes. The child has to choose which word belongs to which box, based on the weight it shows. Now, it works. It works as long as there's a picture. If there isn't a picture, the child will be as good as the vocabulary they know. And that's the big issue in a secondary language. And in BC here, we don't have enough exposure to French language and quality French language to be able to have the child expand on the vocabulary. So that means they have to decode to expand the vocabulary. And as the stories grow and grow in length and expectations in comprehension, and the pictures go away, the child is in trouble. If you were to tell a teacher the reason why my child is in trouble is because he's using whole language methodology to teach them how to read, they would probably tell you in their career that children make it. And they're not, they're not wrong. They're not being genuine in any way. Statistically, science tells us 75% of the population will acquire reading and writing regardless of the education they receive to help them achieve that goal. They don't need experts. They don't need people who are excellent. They'll get there. They'll get there no matter what. So, it boils down to, are we satisfied with leaving a quarter of the population behind at such a young age? Are we satisfied that our children will mess up reading sometimes and guess the wrong word? Is it good enough? If it's not, then we go back to the phonics. Then we go back to teaching the names of the letters, their sound, and their combination. Because that is really powerful, and it catches everyone in the population. That's what Orton Gillingham offers. That's what structured literacy does. And that's what we all should do as teachers, in my humble opinion. So I hope this anchored why your child may read something that's not written. And let me know if that helps.